What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another Marvel's Avengers gear guide video, and in this gear guide video I'm going to be focused on Captain America's technical power gear set, also known as a Nomad set. So let's go ahead and get it started. We're going to start off with the heroic piece. So with the heroic piece, you guys already know you can get precision and valor on this, might and valor, precision, valor, or might, and you can also get resolve on this gear piece as well. Resolve is your health. And with this particular heroic piece, I'm actually not a huge fan of it, just because there are other heroic pieces you can get for Cap that are much better than this. But this one, the only interesting perk I'll actually focus on is the Rally Cry extension. Increase the duration of Rally Cry by 3 seconds. That's actually pretty decent, especially when you're using your support heroic ability. But besides that, shield block, safeguard, reactive overdrive. There might be, depending on the build you make, if you're making a tank build, this might become useful, those two perks, but not a huge fan of it. Let's go ahead to the defensive slot right now. Resolve, resilience, intensity are the 3 stats that you can actually get on this defensive slot piece. I actually like this defensive slot, especially if you're a new Cap player and you're just leveling up Cap. Cap seems to be like one of those unpopular characters, so if you're a person like me that just likes to max out all their heroes, and you're just looking for some gear to start off with Cap, this is a good defensive piece that you can try and aim for. The reason I say why it's good is, let's look at the first perk first. Commander's Extension, increase the duration of Captain's defense buff by 3 seconds. So Commander's Extension, so when you use your Commander Call ability, that attack, you'll actually automatically activate the Captain's defense buff. And that helps you, with your defensive abilities. And then we have Commander's Call Safeguard, negative 15% damage reduction when Captain's defense buff is active. So again, when you use Commander's Call, you can see you get a damage reduction. Then we have Rally Cry Supercharge, which is really good. Heroic and willpower regeneration is increased by 3% while Rally Cry is active. Rally Cry is your support ability. Moving on to the range piece. With the range piece is probably my second favorite gear piece from this technical power gear set. This can come with proficiency, intensity, and precision. I like this range piece just because if you're starting off to, use a range Cap build, you need to really focus on that first perk, Proficient Boon, increase the critical attack chance of range power attacks by 25%. So that's a really good range, perk right there. And then you guys already know, with the range and melee pieces, it can roll with various different types of status. And then we also have Captain's Target, that relates to like doing headshots with your shield. So that is a range piece. Let's go ahead to the melee piece. And with the melee piece, I do have resilience and proficiency on this. However, you do want to make sure you get might and proficiency, and resilience doesn't hurt as well. Resilience is your armor. So with this gear piece in particular, if I'm using a melee Cap build or a hybrid build, I always want to make sure my second perk is based off of light combo finishers. Not a huge fan of having power attacks, but I am a fan of having the status effect of Vibranium on this. But I wish it had light combo finishers or light attacks with Vibranium. That would actually be more beneficial for this particular piece right here, because it'll deal Vibranium damage when you're doing your, light combo attacks. And then the last perk is actually pretty decent, and also with the first perk, it's really based off defense. A lot of these gear pieces right here, especially the heroic, the defense, and the melee, kind of relates to damage reduction. So Brooklyn Brawler Safeguard, 15%, negative 15% damage reduction when your Brooklyn Brawler is active. That's your ultimate heroic ability. And then Captain's Defense. So instead of using Commander's Call, there is a 17% chance that if you do get hit by an enemy or taking damage, you'll automatically activate that Captain's Defense buff. And if you guys want more information about the Captain's Defense buff, I'll show you guys right here. There you go. If you guys do have any questions regarding any of these gear pieces for Cap, just let me know in the comments below. I will clarify more of these gear pieces, and you guys already know I am going to be showcasing more exotic gear sets for all your favorite heroes in the game. This is just the technical power gear set, also known as a Nomad set for Cap, but we will get to those other gear sets as well. moving on to where to get the gear pieces. So you have a rare chance to get a legendary version, or sorry, you can get a legendary version from the daily vaults, and there is a rare chance to get an exotic version of the gear pieces I've just shown you from the daily vaults, but very rare to get the exotic version. The weekly elite vaults actually give you a better chance of landing at least one exotic, depending on how your luck is. But you can get like a melee or range slot, plus a defense or heroic slot, and it'll either be legendary or exotic. But these are the elite weekly vaults. Or you can wait for the Red Room Takeover event. And in the Red Room Takeover event, when you complete these certain mission objectives, you're able to get an exotic version, just like the gear pieces I've just shown you. And with the exotic gear pieces, you also want to make sure you're level 120 and above. So your power level has to be 120 and above. And then for the legendary version, if you go back and look at this particular objective, you can see you want to be at least at a level 80 and above. And you can also run the Last Avengers Standing mission, but again, I don't recommend that, especially with Cap and his traversal. He's pretty slow to, run with when you're using him. So I highly recommend running the Elite Weekly Vaults, because the Last Avengers Standing mission is like 14 floors and it's just going to take a while. But with the Elite Weekly Vaults, if you're running with someone else, it will make it a lot easier for you to farm like these type of exotic gear pieces. But if you're really trying to focus on stats with these particular exotic pieces I've shown you, Red Room Takeover event is a really great way to focus on the stats of those exotic gear pieces, because you'll have more objectives to complete and more exotics to get. Alright, so that's the end of this video and the end of this showcase of Cap's technical power exotic gear set. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out. You guys take care. Peace.